Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing.
Good morning, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you so much for joining in today. Glad we're here together. Another day, another story time, and excited to share this lovely book, a continuation of our book from yesterday. We're reading The Killer Underwear Invasion, and we did a part 1 yesterday, so today we continue into part 2, the second half of the book, and this one is full titled How to Spot Fake News, Disinformation, and Conspiracy Theories, and it is written and illustrated by Elise Gravel. And I encourage you to check out Elise Gravel's Instagram, because it's just fantastic, and lots of art that she puts up, and advocacy as well. So thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Glad you're here. And how are you doing today? It is Thursday. I hope that your week has been great. Mine has been fantastic so far. And looking forward to the next week again of just rest and enjoying being here with you all on Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us today. And remember, find this book at your local library, get it, enjoy it, and just get to have those conversations at home. And beautiful book indeed. Thank you for being here. I hope that you are well. I hope that wherever you are, your loved ones too are also doing well. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Glad we're here together. Let us see this morning who is with us, ready to enjoy a wonderful story. Good morning to you. How are you doing? Yes, indeed. Happy winter solstice. How are you doing today, Ari? And of course, Megan, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you. And you say good morning to everybody. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And I hope you're well out there in Kentucky. Thank you so much for joining us today. And yes, to everybody else that is joining us later on for the recordings, well, we say, how are you doing? Sending you love, and hope that you are well, and hope that this period is good to you, and hopefully too you're having some rest. You managed to get some rest. You managed to get some time off, some time to read, some time to just reflect on the year past. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. So glad to be here with you. And get ready for our story. Get comfortable, get cozy. We will be getting started very, very shortly. Out here in Oakland, the rain continues. It's been raining quite heavily, actually, quite a lot too. I don't know how many inches we've gotten yet, but I'll be curious. I might actually be try and catch the weather news today just to see where we are. But it's been a lot of rain, and I think because I'm on break, I haven't even checked how long this rainy period will stretch. So but it's still here, and I'll see. I'm sure I'll take a look today now that I'm thinking about it. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And if you remember yesterday, we looked at Well, three very big topics. It was what is fake news, and we also looked at why do people make up news, and then why is disinformation such a bad thing. And if you missed those, please go back to yesterday's video and get to see, get to listen, get to hear all about that. And of course, if you have any thoughts, feel free to share the messages on there, and I'll definitely see them, and we can have a conversation about it for sure. And today we're going to be looking at what happens when fake news blows up. Why do we believe fake news? And how to tell real news from fake news. And yeah, so those are our pieces for today. But thank you so much for being here with us. Killer Underwear Invasion coming right up. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. I hope that you and your loved ones are doing well. Thank you so much for being here with us. Good morning to you, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. Absolutely love it. I hope that you are well. I hope that you're doing good out there today in Ohio. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And we hope that Luna is doing well too. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Please catch me on the other side of this short break when we're back with more Storytime. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'll see you in a little bit.
Hi, my name is Zetta Elliott, and I am the author of 40 books for kids, including Dragons in a Bag and A Place Inside of Me. You're watching Storytime with Mr. Limata.
Yes, indeed. Zeta Elliott, author of many wonderful books. And you know, too, the Dragons in a Bag series, I think book 5 just came out. Book 5 just came out. So look out for it. If you've not read the first installment, well, please do check them out. I do encourage you to check out the Dragons in a Bag series. They are indeed powerful. So look out to those. They're beautiful, fun books. If you love magic, that's the book for you. So look out for that one. If you've not read it yet, go find it at your local library. But I know that book 5 just came out. All right. Killer Underwear Invasion. We continue with part 2 today: how to spot fake news, disinformation, and conspiracy theories. And this one is written and illustrated by Elise Gravel, and we are reading it with permission of the publishers, Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you indeed for being here with us. Get ready. Here we go. Killer Underwear Invasion. When we're jumping over all the way to chapter 3. So there you go. That's what we'll be looking at today. Well, 4 actually, because we're looking at what happens when fake news blows up. Why do we believe fake news? How to tell real news from fake news. All right. Almost there. There we go. What happens when fake news blows up? What do you think? Some disinformation starts small. Nobody really takes it seriously. Yeah. There are scorpions in the sewers, somebody says. But then a few people start to believe it and share it. Oh no, must warn Blobby about this. And so it begins. The people they share it with also share it with friends, and who share it with friends. And it continues. You can see. Fake news is contagious, like a virus. Exactly. Pretty soon, thousands of people believe it. Yeah, fake news is contagious, like a virus. Pretty soon, thousands of people believe it. Some people will add their own details to the fake story. What if scorpions come out through our toilet? Maybe they will pinch our puppy. Oh no, Mr. Smith must be sending them. He hates puppies. Yeah, that would explain everything. They're probably not even real scorpions. They're probably robot scorpions. Hmm. Some people will even add their own details to the fake news. This is outrageous. They can't do this to us. But who is building these robots? Let me think. It's obvious. Doctors. How did I not think of it sooner? You must be right. Doctors are so evil. I will make a video about it and post it everywhere. And pretty soon, exclusive. Candidate Smith and evil doctors send robot scorpions to pinch your puppies. I knew something was wrong. Horrifying. Oh no. Millions of people all around the world believe this stuff. Bad, Mr. Smith. Bad doctors. Science is stupid. Some people start to believe that secret groups in the government and the news media are working together to make the politician look bad. This is called a conspiracy theory. Why people believe fake news? Why do people believe fake news? Mostly because they are scared. Why do people believe fake news? Mostly because they're scared. I also think information gaps at times, right? Number 5, why do we believe fake news? Well, here we go. Here we go. Why do we believe fake news? So we've seen why fake news blows up. But why do we believe it? The world can be a scary place. War, racism, diseases, poverty, climate change. When we're scared, we try to make sense of things. If someone offers us an easy way to understand scary, complicated problems, well, it helps us believe we can keep ourselves safe. Doctors are to blame for everything. Ah, well, I will never go see a doctor ever again. That way I will be safe. Right? If someone offers us an easy way to understand scary, complicated problems, well, it helps us believe we can keep ourselves safe. Yeah. Some fake news feels true because of things that have already happened in our lives. Once I went to the doctor and she gave me a shot that really hurt my shoulder. I don't trust doctors. We're more likely to believe stories that confirm feelings or beliefs that we already have. We call this confirmation bias. Yeah. We're more likely to believe stories that confirm feelings or beliefs that we already have. We call this confirmation bias. Well, I don't have confirmation bias. I would never believe fake news. We all have confirmation bias. Our brains are very good at paying attention to anything that confirms our beliefs. We don't like it when facts challenge our beliefs. So we sometimes ignore those facts. Original belief, I'm scared of wolves. Fake news, 100 people were killed by wolves this week. Actual fact, these statistics show that wolf attacks are super rare. In comparison, many people are killed by cars. But I like cars and I don't like wolves. Your statistics are wrong and wolves are dangerous. Well, We let confirmation bias affect our beliefs because, one, it's easier. Looking at all the facts takes time and effort. Yeah. We let confirmation bias affect our beliefs because, one, it's easier. Looking at all the facts takes time and effort. I've already made up my mind. And number two, it protects our self esteem. We don't want to look stupid. I'm smart, okay? I know what the truth is. Number three, changing our minds is hard. It takes a lot of courage to admit that we were wrong. Yeah, we let confirmation bias affect our beliefs. Why? Well, one, it's easier. Looking at all the facts takes time and effort. Number two, it protects our self esteem. We don't want to look stupid. Number three, changing our minds is hard. It takes a lot of courage to admit that we were wrong. Mm. Also, a lot of disinformation has a little bit of truth in it, which can make it even harder to detect. Soap is made with chemical products that can make your toes fall off. Oh my God, I wash my feet with soap all the time. It's true that soap is made of chemicals, but absolutely everything on earth is made of chemicals. Air, water, this goldfish, lettuce, you. Yes, even you. It's true that all chemicals equals danger and that soap will make your toes. It's not true that all chemicals equals danger and that soap will make your toes fall off. Your toes are safe. Oh, phew. I thought they would be gone. Yeah, that's another thing to be wary of. Disinformation has a little bit of truth in it, which can make it even harder. Some disinformation has a little bit of truth in it, which makes it harder to detect. Yeah. It can also be super hard not to believe fake news when our family or friends believe it. Well, and our friends believe it. It's clear that doctors are dangerous. Yeah, so true. People need to wake up. It's even harder when we hear fake news over and over and over again. Let's say one of your friends tells you this: underwear can kill you. Laugh out loud. That's silly. But let's say you hear that every day from many different people. Underwear can kill you. Underwear can kill you. Underwear can kill you. Underwear can kill you. Underwear can kill you from all kinds of news sources. You hear that all day long, every day. Then you might start thinking differently. Hmm. Yeah. To make things even more confusing, some people cry fake news even when the news is true. Many politicians claim any news they don't like is fake news. Mr. Politician, the Serious Times newspaper reveals that you spent $10 million on a haircut. Fake news, totally unfair. That's fake news. Fake news, fake news, not nice, totally not true, evil lies. Because even reliable news media report what these politicians say, people can start to believe that the real news is fake. Hmm. Let's face it, we're all scared and confused sometimes. It can be hard to know what to believe. That's true. How do we figure it out then? It's not easy, but there are ways. I want to learn those ways. What are they? How to tell real news from fake news. Hmm. Here we go. Chapter 6. Let's start with things that do not mean information is true. Yes, let's start with things that do not mean information is true. Number one, it was shared by a friend. Yeah, just because something was shared by a friend doesn't mean it's true. Right? What steps can we take to look into it? Oscar Manakulanga, how are you doing? Good to hear. Good to hear. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Mariah, Marcus. Awesome. Let's start with things that do not mean information is true. Yes, number one, it was shared by a friend. Number two, it was shared by a celebrity or politician. Number three, lots of people you know believe it. Number four, it sounds or feels true. Number five, an expert confirms it. Number six, grown-ups believe it. These are things that don't make news true, but they don't mean it's fake either. Okay, so how do we know when news isn't true? Well, step one, think critically. Yeah, remember this. Just because a friend shares it, a politician or celebrity, lots of people you know believe it, or if it feels and sounds true, that does not necessarily mean it's true. But also, it does not mean it's not true. We'll have to find out. We'll have to take steps to make sure that we find out the truth, right? Okay, so how do we know when news isn't true? Step one, think critically. The first step is to not believe and not share everything you hear, especially if the news makes you very upset. Think critically. Hmm. Number two, check your source. Where did you read or hear the information? Underwear can kill you. Where did you hear that? On TikTok. Is it a reliable source? TikTok is a social media app. It is not a reliable source. But Lulu Beblep said it was true. Lulu Beblep is not a reliable health expert. And there's Lulu Beblep talking about it on TikTok. Yeah. It's important to get your information from reliable news sources. Yeah. Think critically. Number two, check your source. Check your news sources. So, what news media sources are reliable? And what's news media to begin with? News media are all the places where you can get news. It could be the newspapers, magazines, TV, radio, web pages, videos. Reliable news media hire journalists to research and present the news. There are lots of different kinds of journalists. Here are two. MIP is a reporter. Reporters report facts. To do that, they interview people and do research. Willow is a fact checker. Fact checkers make sure that everything reporters like MIP report is true. A journalist's job is to present information that is true. Breaking news. If I exaggerate or share false information, I might lose my job. In general, professional reporters can be trusted to tell the truth. And I like that it says that. In general, not all the time. Again, we have to check and check, think critically. Because sometimes the entire organization that journalist represents may be biased. Is what they're presenting objective? Or is it to feather their own beliefs on it? Step three, can you find the same information from credible news sources? Escargot underwear can kill you. Is that true? I can't find anything from a professional journalist on that subject. Yeah, check your sources. Can you find the same information from credible news sources? Step 4. Is it a fact or an opinion? A fact is something that can be verified. That's a fact. 68% of Americans own a pet. Hmm, I can find proof, right? We can look at records and check and see if that is true. An opinion cannot be verified. It's just something someone thinks or feels. Everyone can have a different opinion. Dogs are the best and cats are awful. That's an opinion. It can it can't be proven. You can disagree with it. Yeah. So, is it fact or an opinion? Fact is something that you can verify, that can be verified. An opinion cannot be verified. It's just something someone thinks or feels. I don't know. I don't know. Oh my goodness. Yes. So Ari and Megan have an opinion there. They're saying cats are the best, to be honest. Do you believe it? Oh, love it. Some people who work in the news media are hired to share their opinions, like these guys. Babby is a columnist. Columnists offer their opinions and points of view. I wrote this. Babby's bubble underwear should be illegal. So do commentators. Yes, columnists and commentators. Beam, I can't believe that the mayor isn't doing anything about underwear. Yeah, Mifa, it's a disgrace. He doesn't care about the people. They give opinions, not facts. They don't have to tell the truth to keep their jobs. Here are some phrases that might give you a clue that what you're reading or hearing is an opinion. I believe, I think, should. It seems like, in my experience, well, apparently, if you ask me, it's unacceptable. I am certain that they're the best. Obviously, can you think of others? Yeah. Some clues to watch out for. Hear phrases that might give you a clue that what you're reading or hearing is an opinion. And this is popular with columnists and, of course, commentators. But be careful, major news media can also have confirmation bias. A news network, or News Network A, likes candidate Milson, so it may mostly show news that makes candidate Smith look bad. Candidate Smith picked his nose again today, they say. News Network B likes candidate Smith, so it may mostly show news that makes candidate Milson look bad. Candidate Milson farted in the middle of the press conference. Okay, so can I really trust anyone? That is the question, isn't it? So, can I really trust anyone? Well, it can be difficult to decide who to trust. If you're not sure you can trust a source, ask a librarian. Librarians are trained to help you find reliable information. Yeah, if not sure, ask a librarian. Step 5, make sure it isn't a joke. If the news sounds too crazy, it could be a joke. Some media make fun of news, politicians, and celebrities by exaggerating or making things up. These news imitations are called satire. They are pretending to be real news to make people laugh or think. That is different from making something up to mislead people, right? Make sure that it isn't a joke. Yeah. If the news sounds too crazy, it could be a joke. Some media make fun of news, politicians, and celebrities by exaggerating or making things up. These news imitations are called satire. They are pretending to be real news to make people laugh or think. That is different from making something up to mislead people. To check if something might be satire, research the media source. The Garlic Bob News. The Garlic Bob News is an American satirical media company, right? Look it up. Research the media source or research the author, and something may come up that lets you know who they are. Maybe they're a comedian, right? Step 6. Think about who will gain something if people believe this news. Peanuts make muscles grow. Norbert wants to sell peanuts. Underwear can kill you. Lulu Bibley wants to sell a book she wrote. The governor married a turtle. Nola wants to make people visit her website. Pollution doesn't exist. The factory owner doesn't want to pay to clean up his mess. Mr. Miss pinches puppies. Mr. Milson wants you to vote for him. Derp derp, I am the president and I eat Smurfs. Funny guy wants you to laugh. Just because someone will gain something because of the news doesn't mean the news is fake, but it could be. It goes back to step 1. Think critically. Step 7. Check the quality of the news source. Credible news sources pay attention to writing and grammar. If an article is filled with typos and exclamation marks, it's not high quality. Scorpions are in your sewers. Be careful. They sip on you. They spy on you. Online fake news media are also often filled with ads and click buttons. Breaking news. Powdered squirrel toenails make you lose weight fast. Watch out for that. Mr. Expert says, it's true. I tried it on myself and look how skinny I am. Yeah, online fake news media may also often be filled with ads and click buttons. Step 8. Don't just read the headlines. People often form opinions based on just a headline. Oh my God, underwear is dangerous. Breaking news, woman killed by her underwear. But headlines don't always give you all the information. Breaking news, woman killed by her underwear. Semayana Fadobut, 27, was walking down the stairs when she slipped on a pair of underwear that she had dropped earlier that day. Fadobut hit the head and fainted. She was rushed to the emergency room, but it was too late. Headlines don't always give the full story, don't always give all the information. Step 9, keep your emotions in check. If a headline makes you scared or angry, take a breath before you share it. We're not at our best when we're thinking with our feelings. Dentists put microchips in your teeth. What? That's horrible. And never forget that you have confirmation biases. Wait, I'm already a bit scared of the dentist. My fear doesn't mean this is true. I'm going to research more about this before I freak out. True. Keep your emotions in check. And never forget that you have confirmation biases too. Step 10. I know it's a lot of steps. Step 10. Carefully choose who you trust. In the end, you will have to decide who you think is telling the truth. We often feel we can trust people we like or admire or the people around us to know what is true. But that's not always the case. Who do you trust? In general, I trust one, reporters and experts who cite their sources. This shows us that they did serious research. Here's what I read. Here's what I read before I wrote my article. Yeah. Two, scientists. They spend many, many years studying their topics. They are pros at doing research. They know what they're talking about. When a majority of experts and scientists agree on a topic, there's a good chance they are right. 98% of scientists believe that climate change is real and that it's mainly caused by humans. Who do you believe? Who do you trust? Well, in general, reporters and experts, scientists. Yeah. But again, remember, always think critically. Phew. It sure is a lot of work to know who to trust. Oh, it sure is, isn't it? At the beginning, yes, but after a while, you get very good at it. Just asking some questions about the information is a good first step. And it's important if you're well informed, and it's important. If you're well informed, you will be safer and you can help protect others and the planet. Okay, I will try my best. Oh, yeah. It is a lot of work to know who to trust. At the beginning, yes. But after a while, you will get very good at it. Just asking questions about the information is a good first step. And it's important. If you're well informed, you will be safer and you can help protect others and the planet. Okay, I will try my best to do that. Whew. But first, I need a big drink of shampoo. Just kidding, just kidding. Oh, and that is the end of this amazing book. So much to talk about, and I know we went through so many steps in that last chapter. How to know how to tell fake news from real news, right? So lots of steps in there, and I encourage you either to go back to this video and look at them again, and just look at some of those things in there. Can you find the same information from credible sources, right? Think about it critically. And it's one of them, and so many other things. So just something to think about. And remember too, just because the news or the information is shared by a friend, a celebrity, or people you know, or it feels true, sounds true, or an expert confirms it, grown-ups believe it, does not necessarily mean it is true. Let's be sure to really think critically, look at it, dig in, check if other sources are talking about it, and remember too that even what is called the big media, the main media, the mainstream media can also be biased, so let's it's hard work, as the book says, but let's keep at it to make sure that the information that we're getting is true. And let's ask questions, right? Like the book encourages us, ask questions. Don't have to just take it on face value. Thank you so much for being here with us today on Story Time. Absolutely appreciate you. I'll catch you on the other side of this very short break when we're back with more Story Time. Thank you for being here with us on Story Time today.
Hi, friends. My name is Christy, and I am the author of A Heart in the Sand, also known as Un Corazón en la Arena. Now, this bilingual book is about tesoros, or treasures. And something that I treasure is my friendship with Mr. Limata. So I have a challenge for you. Share this story time with someone who you treasure, and we can all spread the literary love.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And yes, Christy Deprin. And if you've not read Heart in the Sand, please check it out on the Storytime platforms. Find it where you find books. Thank you so much for joining in today. I hope you enjoyed the book that we had. We were looking at part 2 of Killer Underwear Invasion, and this one is written and illustrated by Elise Gravel, and we were reading it with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Yes, how to spot fake news, disinformation, and conspiracy theories. I hope it gave you something to think about, and indeed, something to dive into, and also just that next time we see that news item or listen to that news item or somebody gives us information, we might ask that extra question. Just think about it and see, are there other sources that we could check to verify this? So yeah, lots and lots to think about, but thank you so much for joining in here on Storytime today. That's why we're here, to learn together, to encourage each other and to keep reminding each other of some good practices that we can do, whether it's relating to news or just in life in general. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. Absolutely appreciate you. Tomorrow we're back with this one. We bring it back to Storytime after a while. My Mother's Wildest Dreams, written by a good friend of ours here at Storytime, John Light Jr., and it is illustrated by Monica Mikai. So join us for this one. Beautiful book indeed. Cannot wait to share. Thank you so much for being here with us on Storytime. One more time, who is with us this morning, enjoying that wonderful story live. And of course, if you're joining us later on for the recordings, well, we send love to you and hope that you have a fantastic rest of the day. Thank you so much for being here. Megan, thank you. And of course, Ari, thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. And you say, good morning. Happy winter solstice. Thank you so much indeed. And thank you for that reminder as well. I hope that you have a lovely, lovely day indeed. Thank you for being here with us. Kathy, good morning to you out there in Ohio. I hope you're well. I hope it's not too cold. I hope it stayed a little bit warmer, right? Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning, Oscar. How are you doing, and how is the rest of the family? Or is it good afternoon out there in Katete, Zambia? Thank you so much for joining us and say, we're laka kunoai. That's good to hear. I am glad that you are well. Yes, indeed. And if you're joining in there, you have it, some Zambian slang right there for you. I'm glad you're doing well, Oscar, and everybody else. Thank you so much. Out here, we're good too. Thank you so much for joining us here on Storytime. Good morning to you. How are you doing one more time? And you say cats are the best. To be honest, I don't know. I'm pretty sure. I think we have a very biased media source right here. I want to hear from those dog people out there. Is it true? Thank you so much for joining in. It's a great book, Kathy. Say if I was still teaching, I would definitely use it. Yeah, absolutely. And too, like just talking about it with people, educators, and caregivers, and so many people is just an important piece as well, right? But absolutely with you on that, and I have shared it with a few classrooms as well. And thank you for that. And that actually reminds me to do it even more, right? To do it even more, just to talk about it, share with people, and have these conversations. And it is an important piece. Thank you so much, Kathy, for joining in. Thank you for that reminder as well. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Yes, everybody who is here. Morning ingredients. Thank you so much. Absolutely love it. You all indeed make Storytime what it is. You make this place special. You make this place warm and welcoming, and we appreciate you. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community. And of course, too, let your friends know we're here. Let them come and enjoy stories with us. But it is important that we have you here. We appreciate you. We love you, and we hope that you have a wonderful rest of the day. Yes, the day is complete. Storytime is complete because of you. Thank you so much for joining us us here on Storytime. To all of you, morning ingredients, all of you, every single one of you make this special, and I appreciate you so much. I'll see you again when we're back tomorrow with more Storytime, and this time we'll be reading My Mother's Wildest Dreams. This one coming to us from John Light Jr. and Monica Mikai. Thank you so much for being here. Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And I hope that indeed this time of the year, I know that people are visiting family, and observing different holidays. So I hope that you have a fantastic time, whatever you decide to do, whatever makes you feel good, whatever makes you feel like you're closing out this year well, and indeed setting up to get started in the brand new year. Well, I hope that you're well. I hope that you have a fantastic, fantastic holiday period. But of course, I hope that you have a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for being here. Much love. I will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Oh, story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? I just can't wait to be hearing. Read me all of your stories, some stories from far away, others right here in my neighborhood. Story time. Ooh. Story time. Story time with Mr. Limata. He will be starting soon. Story time with Mr. Limata, where all your dreams come true. Oh, he brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing. Brings to life your favorite stories with a great big smile. You won't live lonely, won't you start all the reading? We just can't wait to be hearing